Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M12, the Tier 7 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Ghost Town, and it's under command of ArthVex of OLIMP. Game on. Rather a quick start there, but I think actually some people are experiencing problems with the new computers. In fact, actually my PC starts halfway through the countdown at about the 15-second mark, and it's an indication I might need to get a new computer, even though the one that I did get was a couple of years ago. So could be that I'll need to update sometime in the near future. Anyway, it's a 155mm gun, not a howitzer. It's a French gun actually, and it was designed in a bit of a hurry by the American forces. They needed an SPG, so they actually designed one. That's the directive on the roll. And it was actually put together in about 6 months. They started work on it and started building in September of 42. They managed to build 60 before the end of the year, and another 40 were built in before the end of March 1943. So very quick production. But the thing is that they actually used the M3 hull, so they had the hull already designed, and all they needed to do really was to actually get the guns together and then test them. In actual fact, they built quite a few M30 carriers as well, which is basically the same vehicle. So you can think of it as 130 actually built, but not all of them went to war. Only 74 were actually sent to Europe. The actual howitzer, the actual SPG, and a few of the cargo carriers, most of the cargo carriers. The rest of them were kept in America, and they were used for training purposes. Round south. So only the Grom that we've hit so far, but we did get some stun assist off the shots. Now this 155mm is capable of 600 alpha, 39mm of pin, and 7.2 meters on blast radius, between 11.5 and 23 seconds of stun. That was close for 171. He has got the communications expert skill working, and he's also got the coordination, or concentration skill rather, not coordination. And that Panther's getting a hammering. And he's out. That's it. 1,222 stun assists so far. Just letting it settle before he shoots. Somebody on that corner. Looks like the other Arty in our team also had a go in that corner. Bounce out. The other Arty in our team's a GW Tiger P. He decided to go all the way up to the east side of the map to shoot. Now I do agree with that actually, because it is quite a good angle to shoot at some of the enemy tanks. We're also much further away from the enemy, who tend to actually make their assault on the west side of the map. They reluctantly go up the east side. I suspect that the reason why they reluctantly go up that way is, of course, in the end, down to the fact that it's so easy to get spotted. Okay, Chi2 waiting for the reload to go through. It's very quick. Standard reload is 26.56 seconds, and you can see here ArthVex has actually got a reload of 21.47, which actually makes this comparable with some of the tier 6 Artys. Now he's actually going towards the edge there, and from this angle, well, he might be able to get a shot near that T832. But at the moment, he's just trying to find one that is actually a good angle. Well, it looks like that T832 is in a lot of trouble now, because there is one of our tanks nearby, a T26E5 Patriot. And we've just spotted the M40, M43 and the enemy team fully dialed in. Rounds up. Oh, and he looked away. Oh, you missed. You denied us the sight of actually seeing that guy get wiped out. We don't know if the shell landed to one side of the guy or actually hit him. Please don't do that in the future. Okay, he's managed to get a green line on the that particular road from his current position. If the enemy did send a light tank up the center, he gets spotted fairly quickly. Oh, no, this is interesting. A Tornvarn. This is a tier 8 game with tier 7 tanks, and he's found one of the tier 8s. Rounds out. Yeah, that was good. 251 from that one. Non-penetrating shot, but it tells the Tornvarn to fall back. Difficult to get a shot on that T29. But you can see the concentration skill is definitely working, and he gets 2.5% extra crew skills from the communications expert, and he's done it again. He's fired and looked away. Well, he's looking all over the battlefield for targets. Well, splashed the guy, but that's not appearing to slow him down. KV3's just going to have a quick look around the corner. Unfortunately, he might get hit from behind the IKV as well, because I believe there are enemy tanks up on the heights. And, oh, Tornvarn just went down to the GW Tiger P. I told you that position is very good for the angles. Okay, unfortunately, Arty is not going to survive that one. And he has gone down, but we can put around into this T29. And unfortunately, it falls short. He's changing his angle again. And it looks like the GW Tiger's enjoying himself, because he just stunned the T29 on the enemy team. And in the meanwhile, we're going to a little further south to get shots on that enemy tanks in the town. Now, what can we do? Well, he's got the concentration skills working, but we lost the Nurgle there. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. Now, stay with it for the moment, because you can potentially get a shot into that AMBT if he stays where he is. Unfortunately, we've got one of those battle assistants, which is actually the standard variety, the wargaming packs, which isn't very stable. It keeps trying to look up when you are looking at the enemy. The best thing to do with that is to actually get the one from Armor Inspector, because it doesn't look up. It's steady all the time. So it does make it a lot different. There's the AMBT. We've got a gap. And he goes down, so we don't need to fire into that spot. Okay, T28 just popped up on the other side of the battlefield. And he's got the Lorraine 40-ton with him. He's a little bit slower. Rounds out. Just behind him. He fired a fraction of a second earlier, or just a tiny weeny bit. He might have actually got the guy. Okay, Super Hellcat. Should be a nice easy shot, this one. Let it settle. He's looking for our teammates. Now. Wipeout! That's his second kill of the game, and it's a good one. We can see they, I think they got the T28, or did they? Yes, it does look like they got the T28 prototype, and now the Lorraine 40-ton is retreating. There's only 5 left on the enemy team. That looks about the right lead, but he decided not to shoot because he's only got 4 rounds left, and 2 of those are on the piercings. Well, he's having a quick look. He can't get a shot on the T29 just yet, but he's looking to try and match the line on the... Oh! Well, it hit the building, I'm afraid, yeah. One more round of stun shells, and then he's going to be working his way into the armor piercing. A little more frustrating, the armor piercing, because of course you have to get a direct hit to make them work. He's now at an angle where he can hit that T29. Okay, he's looking. Oh, that guy just got hit, but we're looking over here instead because the Lorraine 40-ton decided to go into the bushes, and let's see if we can slow him down a bit. Bounce out, and he looks away again. Well, it looks like I won't be doing any more replays for ArthVex because you've broken our golden rule. Don't look away after you shoot. So, yeah, you just cooked yourself. No more replays. And you just denied us the chance to see the Lorraine 40-ton tank get wiped out as well. Not very kind. Remember, this is an armor-piercing round. It's also the last round he's got, so he needs it fully dialed in to make it work. Only 2 enemies left. T29. Well, both of them 2 T29s. There's one of them. Again, he denies us the chance to see the T29. Two-minute warning. While the T29 still wants to go for the cap, I think we're going to reach his cap before he reaches ours. And so he's going to suddenly realise that he has to turn around, but it won't really help him as such. We've got no ammo as well, so there's nothing more than we can do in terms of shooting at the enemy, but we can certainly cap and put some pressure on him. Now he realises he's got to turn around and come back. And he can't. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker for ArthVex of OLIMP in the M12. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 14. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate on that one, 5,303, which is Super Unicum standard. We look at the team score, we can see that he did get the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage in the game. In fact, there were 2 players ahead of him. He got the AMBT, got 3,047, top position. Didn't get the high caliber though. 2,857 went to one of the T29s, and the third highest damage was ArthVex with 2,737 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, by the way, it's 4 kills for ArthVex, 3 kills for the T29, 2 kills for the IKV-90 and the T25-2 on our team. And on the enemy team, the Lorraine 40-ton and the other of the T29s got 2 kills. When it came to base XP, he got 1,180, which is the highest. 1,012 went to the T832 on our team. They were the only two who managed to make it over 1,000 base. But in third place is the IKV-90B, who got 828. And we can see fourth place actually went to the T29, the high scoring one on the enemy team, which I think was the last one alive. He fired 20 rounds, got 10 direct hits and 4 penetrations, used up all of his ammo, so just had to sit there in the cap, but he did do the job. Got 15 splashes, 2,737 hit points, all of it done at more than 300 meters. Damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 1,617 hit points of stun assist, or 15 stuns, and that's where I think he got the ace tanker. He also got 13 capture points, but I think it was just too difficult for the T29 to come back and get the reset because there was 2 tanks waiting to ambush him when he turned around. On a free-to-play account, ArthVex made a loss of 9,178 credits. He also picked up 30 bonds and 2,360 experience points. I would say it's a good demonstration of how accurate the M12 can be, and ArthVex showed good positioning in terms of where he actually shot from to get hits on the enemy. But I'm afraid his technique does need a lot of work, in fact, a great deal of work, because I'm afraid you look away after you shoot, you deny the people the chance to see the enemy being destroyed. And that's one of the things that we actually demand if you put a video into us, if you put a replay in, if you look away, that's obviously showing that you don't care about the viewer, and we're just not going to feature any more videos by ArthVex of OLIMP. I'm sorry, but you've done it to yourself because you just kept looking away, and we missed out on seeing enemy tanks getting wiped out. Notably, one of those was the Lorraine 40-ton, which you actually hit with an armor-piercing round, but we don't know where you hit it on the vehicle. The other one, of course, he missed out on seeing the M40, M43. We did get to see the Super Hellcat get wiped out, but we didn't get to see. Well, I'm not sure if we did see the T20. No, we didn't see the T29 wiped out. Yes, because he dialed it in, fired, and then immediately looked away. So we didn't see the T29, and he did get wiped out with that shot. But there you go. I'm afraid the rules are the rules, and we've asked the members, the people who actually do submit replays, do you actually want to watch a replay where the person looks away all the time? And they've said no. So ArthVex, you've done it to yourself, and you're not going to be featuring it anymore on our channel, unless you can guarantee that you don't look away. If you can guarantee that you don't look away, then we won't. We will consider a replay. But if you don't guarantee, or if it turns out that you say you won't look away and you do, then we just won't consider any replay by you ever again. So, you know, you take your money. If you lie to us and say, I'm not going to look away in this one, and then all it features is you looking away, then yeah, I'll chuck the replay at that point, and that's where it's going to stop. So anyway, interesting game with the M12, but pity that you looked away all the time. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below, and thank you for watching.